Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news tonight coming to us from St. Clair Shores, where a police chase ends with shots fired. Just moments ago, a suspect was taken into custody following a standoff with officers.
Let's get right to Jason Colthorpe on the scene where this all unfolded. Jason.
Yeah, guys, let me give you a lay of the land. This scene is wrapping up, and it happened just a few moments ago. This is Jefferson. You can see police vehicles here coming in and out, kind of a staging area there. Revere is the street right there in the distance, and at the end of that is where a police chase ended. Shots were fired. A suspect was injured and moments ago was taken into custody. We're told the man was shot at least one time. Sources also telling us he is alive, obviously injured. They have him in custody. We don't know why he was running, what police wanted him for. A lot of questions still to be answered. You can hear the MSP chopper up right now, and that you can see the spotlight actually shining down on the scene. Originally, there was talk there could be more than one suspect here, and the chopper has been up, circling, just double checking to make sure there isn't someone else in this area they need to be after. But as of right now, preliminary info is one suspect shot, injured, and in custody. We're in St. Clair Shores. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Well, tonight, okay, Jason. Now, the U.S. House Committee investigating January 6th has subpoenaed two women from Michigan, both who signed as fake electors, claiming that Donald Trump won the state of Michigan. That House Committee, though, not looking just at our state, but several states where illegitimate pro-Trump electors submitted these false certificates. Mara McDonald is live downtown with more on who's on the list. Mara.
Hi, Devin. The women are identified as the chairperson and the secretary of the group of 16 here in Michigan. And what that House panel is looking at is, okay, here's what they want to know. Was this done organically? Was this being controlled by some greater macro effort? 16 Michigan Republicans signed the false certificate, and some tried to get into the Capitol in Lansing. At the same time, the Democratic electors were inside the Capitol going through the process to submit the state's electoral votes to Joe Biden. Kathy Burden, a longtime GOP committeewoman from the west side of the state, and Mayra Rodriguez, who is from Metro Detroit, are listed as the chairperson and secretary of the false elector slate and have now been subpoenaed by the U.S. House panel investigating January 6th. Congressman Adam Schiff sits on that panel.
In particular, we want to know who was organizing this effort, who brought them together, who assembled them, what role did the Trump campaign play?
As to that final question, take a listen to this audio clip obtained by CNN.
We fought for investigations into every part of the election we could. He fought for a team of people to come and testify in front of the committee. We fought to see the electors. The Trump campaign asked us to do that, and under a lot of scrutiny for that today.
That's Michigan GOP co-chair Michonne Maddock claiming the Trump campaign was behind it. AG Dana Nessel says her office has investigated the effort and believes there was a conspiracy and could level charges here. But she's asked federal prosecutors to intervene, citing jurisdictional issues. Back here live, the U.S. Department of Justice confirms it's gotten that referral from Nessel's office. It says it's looking at it. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Most defense attorneys will tell you they do not love it when their clients pop up on video or audio in the case. We'll see where all of this leads. All right, Mara.
Well, we are kicking off the weekend with the same frigid cold temperatures we've had all week.
In fact, Paul, I guess we could have some folks dropping below zero in the morning.
Yeah, in fact, some folks are already below zero, as I'll show you in a second, Devin. But we're still watching this lake effect snow band off of Lake Huron. Now, it's not as potent as it was earlier. And with the wind getting lighter tonight, I think we're going to see this thing start to fall apart over the next few hours. So that's certainly a piece of good news. And the rest of us have nothing to worry about. In fact, skies are clear in some areas already. Here are current temperatures. These are not wind chills. These are current temperatures. We're getting into stupid cold territory here. We're talking -5 in Lapeer now, -3 in Flint, -2 in Jackson, 2 in Howell. So it's cooling off pretty quick tonight, and some of us are going to be well below zero by morning. Some of us, the warmer areas, are going to be in the low single digits, and that's plenty cold as it is. But fortunately, the wind is going to go light tonight, so we're not going to be dealing with wind chill first thing tomorrow morning. So again, in the urban area here, 2 degrees, but in rural areas, well below zero, and then rising only into the upper teens for a high with plenty of sunshine, but clouds do increase during the afternoon. And again, that wind not too bad tomorrow afternoon. Now, coming up in just about 10 minutes or so, we have a few flakes Saturday, Sunday, not a big deal, but near 40 on Tuesday. But then the model's now bringing in colder air, and that means the moisture coming in is going to be snow, and it could be very impactful for us. We'll talk about all of that in just a little bit.
Okay, Paul. We're also tracking the latest COVID numbers here in Michigan. State reporting 26,309 cases over the past 2 days, so the average at 13,000 cases a day, just slightly lower from what we saw in the middle of the week. Another 173 Michiganders have died from COVID. Tonight, health officials say Omicron is driving the daily American death toll higher than we saw during last fall's Delta wave, with deaths likely to keep rising for days or perhaps even weeks. Another university in Michigan mistakenly told prospective students that they had earned big-time scholarships.
About 5,500 students at Oakland University were notified earlier this month they earned its Presidential Scholar Award. It's the school's highest award, $12,000 a year for 4 years. The university says the message was sent to students by mistake due to a glitch in its undergraduate student application system.
That was a big mistake to me. Should have been flagged before it went out, maybe. They did apologize. I know mistakes happen, and then they did compensate the students.
The students are eligible for other scholarships. You may remember a similar mistake happened to 55 Central Michigan students this week, but those scholarships were honored by the university. Michigan State Police say a report of someone carrying a gun on campus led to a Brighton school being put on lockdown. State
Police responded this afternoon at Maltby Intermediate School. Turned out to be a false report. State Police say there was never a threat to the community nor any schools, but the incident is now under investigation.
Detroit Police Department announcing results of an enforcement operation across the city's east side. Operation Restore Order took place over the last 2 days. Police say during that time, officers made 14 felony arrests, including 6 for carrying a concealed weapon. Officers also recovered at least 60 grams of cocaine, 30 packs of suspected heroin, as well as 4 guns and more than $20,000 in cash.
Metro Detroiters gathering tonight in Hamtramck to pray for peace in Ukraine. Tonight's vigil at the Immaculate Conception Ukrainian Catholic Church comes, of course, as 130,000 Russian troops are positioned on 3 sides of the Ukrainian border. Most of those at tonight's vigil have family in Ukraine.
I don't think that Putin is so interested in Ukraine. I think he wants more than that. And that's my fear. This is going to make Ukraine stronger, I believe. Ukraine, even though it's being tested so many times, we are people of faith.
Meanwhile, tonight, President Biden telling reporters he does plan to move a small number of U.S. forces to the region soon.